What is going on, FA Nation? Happy Sunday, Week 7 game day. I'm Howard Bender. With me, of course, Jen Piacenti to make all those Week 7 fantasy football dreams come true. Jen, how's the week been for you?
Um, Panicky, a little panicky. I thought we were like in the clear, and then all of a sudden we get this late Aaron Jones news, which that's a pretty big bombshell there. Like he was practicing, everything was fine, and then all of a sudden maybe he's not playing. We still don't have a definite thing. We've got an O-line out now. The O-line is back. So it's okay though. It keeps us on our toes. I had to go make a lot of DFS switches, which I still may need to even switch back again. Hopefully we'll get those inactives before the end of the stream. Then we can be fast and furious.
Yeah, one thing that actually John and Pemba and I were talking about was we got to start swapping out your deep cuts video and your DFS bargain video and start doing the DFS bargain video later in the week, the Friday, Saturday. Because it was really it was a huge thing on Friday when we got that news. I mean, it wasn't just Joe Mixon being out with Gio Bernard, and now it's the Aaron Jones situation. Emmanuel Sanders, he's got the COVID. All of the tight ends for the Buffalo Bills they're on it's Dawson Knox and Lee Smith. They're both out, and they're on the COVID list as well. So we'll do that in the future for you guys. But I mean, listen, it's just this is the nature of the beast. This is the way it goes. I think again, I think the big thing right now, because we knew about Joe Mixon, I think the big thing that everybody's hanging on is whether or not Aaron Jones is going to play. Now, all the reports that I've seen state that the medical staff is going to be extremely cautious. If he's not 100%, they're not going to let him go. My biggest fear right now is that they do let him go, and all of a sudden it just blows up lineups because Jamal Williams, so cheap, and this is such a great spot.
5K on FanDuel.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So here's no offense to Aaron Jones owners, and I'm one also, but
me too.
How about you take a seat this week? Sit down, relax. It's Houston.
Heal. Get better.
Let Aaron Rodgers do all the work. Let it be Devontae Adams season. Come on. It's driving me nuts. We're also dealing with let's see, what other things did I picked up in the news today. The weather in Denver is very troubling. Listen, it's snow. They're saying 6 to 9 inches of accumulation, but that's over the course of the day. So game time over there is like roughly going to be, like 11, 12 o'clock for them? Yeah, I think it's 11 a.m.
Well, we saw Kansas City in the rain last week, and Patrick Mahomes didn't air it out as much. They used a lot of the ground with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So maybe this is exciting for, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Maybe even Le'Veon Bell is going to do you right your first week as a Chief. Let's see.
I'm playing Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I don't even think I have any Lev Bell.
I don't have any.
And the only reason I would use him right now is just kind of out of desperation. I think they, because one of the things that you're also dealing with is a very slick surface in the snow. Right. And the last thing you want, you want him to just beat up on the Jets next week. You want him to have his little, revenge game narrative.
For sure.
And kind of slide that in. So watch the snow there. I'm in on the KC defense more and more. I think you'll probably get some players at lower ownership. So I'm still looking at Travis Kelce for my GPP lineups.
I will tell you, and I don't know if this is true, but last year I was speaking with Brian Urlacher, who obviously one of the best defensive players. And he told me that in a snow game, the offense should be favored because the defense doesn't know where you're going. So it takes them that much longer to slip and catch up with you. So they always feel at a disadvantage on the defense when it's snowing. I don't know if that helps any of you make any decisions, if it might help you feel better about the number, but that's what Brian told me. He said, absolutely, when it's snowing, the offense has the advantage because we don't know where they're going, and it takes us that much longer to get our footing.
All right, that's huge. That is definitely huge. I think that's pretty much all the news and notes that we've kind of been given this morning. We'll let you know about the inactives and how all that goes. I know a lot of you are already in the rooms here. We're broadcasting live on Periscope, Facebook, and YouTube, and all the questions are already rolling in. So, Jen, any other thoughts that you might have, other than the fact that I want to play everybody in DFS this week.
I do
Like,
too.
I
I'm
want to
having
play
trouble.
everybody.
I'm having trouble. I will say one thing in general, and I'm sure we'll get this question, but I'm starting Josh Jacobs this week where I have him. Unless I have someone that's so good. This guy is a first round pick for me. And I understand that the Tampa Bay has a great defense. I get that, but I'm still not sitting my stud. The O-line is going to be super well rested, or you can say they didn't practice. You can look at it however you want. But for me, am I really going to go down and pick someone like, I don't know, Chase Edmonds over Josh Jacobs? No, I can't do it. I'm still starting my stud. So that's how I feel about Josh Jacobs when we get there. That's what I'm going to tell you. So I'm just putting that out front now, because that's how I believe if you pay first round for somebody. Now, if all of the O-line were out, then I would have said, okay, now maybe we can consider sitting him. But they have the O-line back. To me, he's still a start.
All right, beautiful. Well, what do you think? Would you start Josh Jacobs over Antonio Gibson, Mike Davis?
No, I would not start him over Mike Davis.
But you would start him over Antonio Gibson against Dallas.
I would maybe start him over Antonio Gibson versus Dallas, because J.D. McKissic's going to be in play there too. So that's a divided piece versus an entire piece. So I'm leaning Jacobs.
Okay. All right. Beautiful. Good to know. Not that I wasn't just looking at one of my teams right now where I'm debating whether or not to use Josh Jacobs in the lineup. I mean, listen, that's the way it is. Oh, you know what? One note that I did want to, I wanted to throw out there. The Chargers-Jacksonville game. There are two things working in this game that I think you definitely need to pay attention to. And I published this in the example lineups in the Sunday notes. Number one, the Chargers activated Troymaine Pope off of their practice squad. All right. Troymaine Pope is a little scat back. He's a pass catcher. Yes, Justin Jackson played or practiced on Friday, but he's still listed as questionable for the game. I'm wondering if there's the possibility that maybe Jackson isn't at 100%. They're worried about him a little bit, and they pull him back. Now, on top of that, in that game, there's all this talk about if the Jaguars don't perform, they're benching Gardner Minshew. Now, if they bench Gardner Minshew, who are they going to throw in? Mike Glennon? Mike Glennon is terrible. He is horrible. So now all of a sudden, that to me, and this is strictly a gut play, and I've been saying about this all week, and this kind of tilts more in my favor with the narrative, is Joshua Kelly. I mean, if the Jags can't move the ball, if the Jags can't put up any kind of points, there's no reason for the Chargers to be in a throw-heavy scheme, even though that's what Justin Herbert likes to do. So I wonder if Josh Kelly's going to get some more work there, and if Pope is there because Jackson's not 100%, does that tilt them away from that and just give Josh Kelly a little bit more work? So just something to think about.
I hope you're wrong, because I have Justin Herbert as my quarterback in our waiver wired contest on FanDuel. So I hope you're wrong. I'm going to counter this. Gardner Minshew is exactly the kind of guy that if they say we're going to maybe bench you, I feel like he comes out with a vengeance. I have a feeling he'll have a good game today, because he's Gardner freaking Minshew. He is America.
He's not America. He's like a very small piece of America. All right, he's not.
Drinks Bud Light. He watches the Tiger King. He's going to come out in the game. That's what I think. I hope.
All right.
I'm not saying start Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, you are. All right, let's get to the questions here. Let's start helping everybody out. Listen, this is what we've got going on here, so just pay attention. Let's start off with, I guess, the biggest question that's going to be on everybody's mind is Gio Bernard or Jamal Williams?
It's Jamal Williams for me if Aaron Jones is out, without a doubt. If Aaron Jones plays, then I'll lean Gio Bernard, but the ceiling for Gio Bernard is much lower than that juicy crap run defense in Houston. So, whoever's facing Houston should be started if we can figure that out.
Yeah, I agree with that. As soon as our producer Matt Sells whispers into my ear for the Packers inactives, we'll see. Yeah. But if Aaron Jones plays, I might have to just say Gio Bernard is the way to go.
That's right.
Here you go, Joshua Kelly or Justin Jackson. I'm saying Joshua Kelly here.
I'm saying Justin Jackson here.
So we are split on this one here. We'll just have to wait and see. I think I've given you a strong case for Josh Kelly season.
I can give you a strong case for Justin Jackson season as well. I mean, as far as calling up somebody, they should have done that anyway. They're a two system. They always use two. So if anybody gets injured, they should have a third guy there. Justin Jackson, 94 yards last week. Obviously, he's super well rested. I think they're just being cautious. They use him more in the passing game. And Herbert likes to pass. I'm going Jackson here. I think he's the better back.
All right. Let's see. Start sit. I've got Aaron Jones, Gallup, Dillon, or Akers. Now I'll say this: if you have Aaron Jones in seasonal and he's active,
you
play him. You have to.
Agree.
You have to.
Agree.
If he doesn't play, do you pivot to AJ Dillon here, or do you look to Gallup or Akers?
I think you go to Dillon.
Yeah. Yep, I agree.
Cowboys fan here. Sorry.
Gibson, Drake, Gio Bernard, or Justin Jackson?
Drake.
Yeah, I think, it's probably leaning towards Drake there as well. I'm like between him and Gibson.
Exactly. Agree.
And they're both capable of splitting the workload. So, I'll go with that high point total in the Arizona-Seattle game. Apparently the Kangas man is playing me in the family league. Oh, good luck, Kangas man. Oh, good thing he was asking me questions all morning, huh?
This happened. I know.
PPR league need one. Traquan Smith, LaVisca Chenault, or do you got a case of the Beasles this week?
No, I'm going Traquan Smith. I like Beasley. I like that John Brown's going to be out. I think that's helpful to him and Gabriel Davis. However, I really think they're going to get out to a lead so quickly that they may end up slowing down this game. So I don't see this being a massive game for any receiver except for probably Stephon Diggs. So I would lean the other way.
Okay, beautiful. OBJ or T. Higgins in the flex PPR?
OBJ.
Jerick McKinnon or DeAndre Swift? GPP
Jerick
lineup.
McKinnon.
Going Jerick McKinnon against the what if Matt Patricia said that maybe there's an increased workload for DeAndre Swift against Atlanta?
I hope there is, and I am playing him in my flex spot and a few GPPs. But I mean, I guess it depends on how you want to play this.
Well, you can say you're in on McKinnon. I don't care.
I'm in on McKinnon. DeAndre Swift, I think, is actually going to be more owned than McKinnon. Don't you? After last week?
That I definitely think. In the GPP, you'll get lower ownership on McKinnon. Very good point. Jen. George Kittle or Robert Tonyan?
Oof. God, I want to say Tonyan because of the game script. And I understand that George Kittle has a tough matchup and all that, but I've still got to go Kittle.
Yeah, I don't know how I can't. Because
it's the same thing as Josh Jacobs. Everyone's like, oh, but even George Kittle can't pass these guys. Guess what? Every once in a while, a really talented guy, offensive guy, is going to beat the really talented defensive guy. So go with the guy you drafted. That's my feeling on this. That's why you play the game. You second guess yourself too much otherwise, and you end up just losing.
Definitely makes sense. It definitely makes sense. I like it, Jen. Gio or Williams? We already answered that one already. You got to wait and see. If Aaron Jones is out, Williams is the play. If Aaron Jones plays, Gio is the play.
Yes.
Swift or Gio?
Gio.
Claypool, Deontay Johnson, or Robbie Anderson?
I hate this. I'm going to go Robbie Anderson so that you can just avoid picking the wrong Pittsburgh receiver.
Smart. Teddy Bridgewater in the revenge game narrative here, going up against the Saints.
Kind of love it.
Allen Robinson, who's getting the Jalen Ramsey treatment on Monday night, or Ronald Jones going up against the Raiders' shoddy defense.
Ronald Jones.
Yep, that's the way to go. We like it. We definitely do. All right, let's slide it over. Thank you, Periscope. We'll slide it over to Facebook right now. We'll make sure that I mark my spot so that when we come back, we can get there. A lot of good mornings. Good morning.
Hey.
Oh, I love this one here. A.J. Dillon or Marvin Jones? I'm just going to say this.
God,
and I wrote this in the dartboard. Okay? This is the very last time I say Marvin Jones. If Marvin Jones does not produce against a tomato can defense like the Atlanta Falcons, then I'm officially done. I mean, I was like 90% done with him, but I'll be officially done with him here. So I'm going to say Marvin Jones, with this one. A.J. Dillon, again, it kind of hinges on Aaron Jones, but there you go.
Yeah, I think if Aaron Jones doesn't play, that you have to start Dillon over Jones. Sorry. And otherwise I would start Marvin Jones because he should produce, but I've been starting Marvin Jones in Scott Fishbowl. Luckily, he hasn't completely tanked me. I'm still good, but he is very much disappointed in very favorable matchups already. So I'm really frustrated. I'm up to here with Marvin Jones, and I don't think I'm even going to start him this week.
Yeah, this is the very last time. I've got a GPP lineup, a dirty little GPP lineup that uses Marvin Jones. That's it. He's on the bench in every season of the league.
I hope your faith is rewarded. I truly do.
Me too. Drew Brees or Ryan Tannehill?
Tannehill. This shouldn't even be a question anymore.
Can I tell you, perhaps maybe in the waiver wired contest, my tight end might be Taysom Hill?
Really?
Gross, right?
Wow. I mean, I actually suggested it on an alarm after hours, and Fincy got really upset with me. I think I actually made him sick. I said,
good. All right. I didn't even hear that. So, damn.
Yeah. Friday night show.
Darrell Henderson, Latavius Murray in a PPR flex. Half-point PPR, actually.
That's hard because Latavius Murray could also have a really good day where he vultures a couple touchdowns out of Alvin Kamara, and then we're all angry because we spent up for Alvin Kamara. But I think you got to go Darrell Henderson here.
Yeah. He's off the injury report. Good to go, leading that backfield. Matt Ryan or Justin Herbert?
Matt Ryan.
Need 2.5-point PPR. Gio, Darrell Henderson, Claypool, Chenault, Lev Bell.
Gio, Claypool.
I'm going to say Gio and Henderson here, but I can totally understand the Claypool pick. Again, I'm just with Deontay Johnson back. Who's getting the ball?
You. I know.
Kirk, Gallup, or Judy? Kirk for me as well. Robert Tonyan or Darren Fells?
It's hard.
You want to say Fells? I know you want to say Fells.
I do want to say Fells. I do. I love that wing. But here's the thing. Fells has done me right 2 weeks in a row, like really, really right. And so I'm just afraid that my luck train is running out. That's why. And I'm going Fells.
I'm going Fells as well. I'm with you. I am definitely with you. Hurst or Fant?
Fant,
she says.
Hard.
I might go Hurst here. I don't know how this Denver offense has been so. I don't know what to make of it.
I'm with you. But the one thing I have taken from the Denver offense is Fant is the one guy that seems to always put points on the board, and they've been missing him. So that's why I'm doing that, because Hurst has more competition.
Right.
But it's close. It's close.
It is definitely close, but you make a great case. You're making a great case here, Jen.
Nice.
1 point PPR, need 3. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Leonard Fournette, James Conner, Gio, Justin Jackson, Lev Bell, and Robinson.
Which Robinson?
I'm gonna assume it's James because
The rest
are all
running
running
backs. Okay.
Yeah.
So one more time. I'm sorry. I think the answer is Gio, Robinson, and there was one in the middle.
James Conner.
James Conner. That's right.
Yep. That's exactly who I would go with as well. Got a little crazy little flying bug here.
Oh boy.
It's another murder hornet. Right? Watching the news the other day with my wife, who's like, queen of the panic button. And like the teaser that they said is, big murder hornet nest found in the continental U.S. We'll tell you where when we return. She was just like,
right, it was your shed.
White as a sheet. I was like, oh, geez, thanks. Now my wife's never going to sleep tonight. Here we go. I've got Matt Ryan and Julio Jones stacked with Hawkinson and Swift coming back. Question is, should I leave in Swift or is Gurley the better option for a GPP?
I like Swift because I like Swift.
She likes Swift. I've got Gurley in some GPP work, just to see,
I guess the issue for me with Gurley is he might get you a goal line carry, but he just doesn't accumulate that many yards. They don't run the ball that much. And I think there's a possibility they could run the ball with DeAndre Swift. So he might get you a touchdown and yards, which is an overly simplistic way of saying I like DeAndre Swift a little better than Gurley in your lineup.
Need 2 out of these. Jerry Jeudy, Marvin Jones, Keelan Cole.
Jeudy and Cole.
She says Jeudy and Cole. I'm going Marvin.
I don't blame you. Is it Jeudy and Marvin or Cole and Marvin?
Jeudy and Marvin for me.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I don't want to make this call.
This is his last chance that hit Marvin. Bubby, if you're hearing the sound of my voice, just put it up today. It's Matt Stafford. Throw him the damn ball.
Now,
what
would you consider? Okay, like 75 yards. Would that be enough to make you happy? Like, what do we need from Marvin Jones for him to get off the hit list?
He doesn't get into the end zone. He's dead to me.
Wow, end zone is what we need.
End zone is what we need. Joshua Kelly, Tim Patrick, Latavius Murray, or Christian Kirk need 1.5 point PPR.
It's Christian Kirk for me.
Yeah, it's got to be Christian Kirk for me as well. I love Lat Murray. I love Josh Kelly.
Me too.
But Kirk,
I love all those guys.
Coming back, we don't know what's going to happen with Hopkins. That's going to be another interesting thing. Like, remember, guys, when you're playing DFS tonight, you're going to have to come up with something for those late games, whether it's a pivot, whether it's a non-contrarian play, something like that. You're going to have a piece of that. Otherwise, you're going to be left in the dust. Here you go. Drake, Edwards-Helaire, or Justin Jackson?
Edwards-Helaire.
Agreed. Need 2 wide receivers here. Tyreek Hill, Robert Woods, OBJ, Hilton, and Kirk. Hilton's on a bye week. Why are we looking at Hilton here? Come on, Jay. Get your head in the game, buddy. Hilton's not an option.
Tyreek Hill, obviously. Yep. And then I'm probably going to go OBJ.
I agree. I like it. How about Mike Williams or T. Higgins?
Mike Williams. Did you hear that?
What was that?
I'm sorry. I got distracted. I wasn't even sure. I have the patio door open, and apparently somebody's got a Lambo or a Ferrari outside. So they're obviously lost.
I'm sorry. Did you say Mike Williams or T. Higgins?
I'm going to say Mike Williams.
I agree. Yeah, that was really nice. I like that. Need a flex play here. Devin Singletary, Keenan Allen, CeeDee Lamb, or Terry McLaurin?
Oh,
How do you not go
How do
McLaurin?
you have to play Allen and McLaurin. Can you please get both of them in your lineup somehow, some way? Because you need both.
Brian, you got to find a way to get them both in there.
Yeah, get them both in there.
McLaurin for sure. For sure. Got a Janu or Robert Tonyan? Janu. Standard scoring, need one. Jamal Williams or Gio Bernard? Well, here we go.
Same answer.
Yep.
If no Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams. If Aaron Jones, Gio Bernard.
Yep. And for Todd asking about Jamal Williams in DFS, if there is no Aaron Jones, the answer is yes. Darrell Henderson or Latavius Murray in the flex, half PPR?
Henderson.
Higgins, McCole Hardman, or Jarvis Landry in standard?
Higgins.
Yep, Higgins for me as well. If Aaron Jones sits, A.J. Dillon or T. Higgins in PPR?
I'm still going T. Higgins.
Me too. Tonyan or Fells? We've already said Fells. Drew Brees or Jared Goff?
Jared Goff.
Justin Jackson, Deontay Johnson, Jerick McKinnon, David Johnson. Need two.
Okay. Jerick McKinnon and Deontay Johnson.
Okay, I'm going to say David Johnson and Deontay Johnson. I think
you're just running the D Johnson ticket.
Right? Well, I think everybody, forgets that Green Bay's run defense is atrocious.
They're bad.
And what happened to them last week? They got run on the entire time.
They are bad. The only reason I say the others is just because if you watch David Johnson run, if you watch the Houston Texans game, he just looks like a laboring old. I just know that he's running that much, but you're right. I mean, the Green Bay matchup is a sneaky good matchup for running backs.
Yeah. Herbert or Kyler Murray? I'm saying Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray for me.
But I do like Herbert a lot.
I like Herbert too. You can't go wrong with Kyler Murray here. Picks up the rushing yardage.
Yeah, you're going to get the rushing touchdowns.
Big matchup tonight. Melvin Gordon or Devin Singletary?
Melvin Gordon.
Aaron Jones officially inactive.
It just makes me. Aaron Jones, we're going to send you a care package. Get ready, get well soon. You're going to get a Fantasy Alarm cap. You're going to get a free entry into our Pick'em contest. You can pick whoever you want. You can win a $200 gift card. No.
But breaking news here on the Fantasy Alarm live stream. Aaron Jones is inactive.
I got to go. Can we end this? Because I got to get over to FanDuel and
right? Oh, I can't wait now. Now I can just get off of this live stream and click publish for the lineups, right? I don't even have to make those changes.
Just click it now. Change.
Yeah. No Aaron Jones. No Aaron Jones. Can we get a song here?
Aaron Jones. We wish you well, Aaron Jones.
Yeah. Of course we wish you well, but come on. Do we say Herbert or Matty Ice?
Matty Ice.
Chase Edmonds or Zach Moss? Chase Edmonds. Who would you sit out of Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Brandon Cooks, T. Higgins, and Mike Evans? Needs to sit one of them.
I wouldn't sit in. Okay, sorry. One more time.
Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Brandon Cooks, T. Higgins, Mike Evans.
Mike Williams is who I would sit.
Yeah, I would have. You got to sit one of those Chargers. I've got kind of a sneaking suspicion. I know that Ronald Jones in this great matchup against the Raiders. I've got this sneaking suspicion with the fact that Tom Brady is the reason that Antonio Brown is with the Bucs. That Tom's going to kind of make it up to the boys, right? Godwin and Evans.
Right? That's not. I kind of like that. I like that.
Hey guys, no, I still love you, man. I think Antonio Brown makes our team better.
I would be so. I keep thinking about how PO'd I would be after Mike Evans went out and was like, no, Tom Brady wants to make me the best too. He fed you a load of, I would be. You have two of the best receivers on the same team. What other team has that number one and number two? You have to go get Antonio Brown, who's a douchebag, and put him in your locker room? Are you kidding me?
That's my girl right there.
Tom Brady.
The douchebag line out.
But seriously, like at the beginning of the season, we're like, you know what? We kind of like Tom Brady. He's so cool with like his man crush with Gronk and all this. And you know what? No, he's a freaking user. He's a user. This is all about his ego trying to beat Bill Belichick. And ultimately, I think he's going to lose because it's become way too much about his ego at the expense of everybody else's. So he's not really the team player that we hoped he would be and that he was going to revive in Tampa Bay. Should I save this for like somewhere else?
Let it out. It's a nice cathartic release. I gotcha. I mean, it's better than just keeping it all inside and sitting down with a pint of Ben and Jerry's. That's what I do.
You know what I like to do? Sit down with Jen and Jerry's Waiver Wire podcast. Download it on iTunes and or Spotify.
You're such a shill. Darren Fells or Noah Fant?
I'm going Noah Fant.
PPR, Mike Williams, Juju Smith-Schuster, or Philip Lindsay?
Mike Williams.
Wentz screwed me last week by showing up. Will he do it again or go with Goff? Wentz has already played.
Wentz has already played, and he did not screw you. Actually, he did because you didn't start him. Sorry about that. That would have been
good. James Robinson or Josh Jacobs?
Okay, James Robinson here.
All right. So James Robinson. Now, would you use Josh Jacobs in the flex over Robert Woods, Deebo Samuel, Henry Ruggs, or Traquan Smith?
This is a really, really tricky question because Robert Woods also has a tough matchup. But to me, it's between those two. I just can't. I mean, Traquan Smith, can you not use him as your wide receiver?
No, he can. He's got these wide receivers here. He's got 3 wide receivers. He's got 4 wideouts here. And he says that, one of them can go into the flex spot. So the question is if you're going to go with Woods, Deebo Samuel, Henry Ruggs, and Traquan Smith, do you go with like Woods, Deebo, and Smith as your wide receivers and go Jacobs over Ruggs as your flex?
Yes,
or do you like having Ruggs and Jacobs in there together?
I like the first option. I would sit Ruggs.
So sit Ruggs, start Jacobs in the flex. Jimmy Graham or Darren Fells?
Jimmy Graham.
Mecole Hardman, Brandon Ayuk, or Marvin Jones?
Brandon Ayuk.
I will not answer this question.
He wants to go Jones.
I want Marvin. Full point PPR, Hurst or Jonnu?
Hurst or Jonnu? Jonnu.
Cooks or Cup?
Cup.
Some nice compliments there. Thank you so much. Suddenly Fox Live is spamming us with some links here. Great. Standard League, Woods, Chark, Deontay Johnson. Need one.
Jeez. Go Chark. I'm tempted to go Deontay Johnson, but I think Chark is the more sure play.
Need 2. Boyd, Woods, Galladay. Oh, it's got to be Galladay and
Boyd. And right? Galladay.
Flex spot. Full point PPR. Chark, Gio Bernard, or Akers?
Chark.
David Johnson or McKinnon?
McKinnon.
Okay. Full point PPR. Need 1 flex. Mike Williams, Juju Smith-Schuster, or Philip Lindsay? Did we answer this one already?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. Mike Williams for me.
Mike Williams. Agree.
Jamal Williams or the Drake?
Jamal Williams now. I'm
Why
so glad
now?
we can finally answer this.
Why now?
Properly. Because Aaron Jones is inactive.
Aaron Jones is inactive.
He's inactive.
Stafford, Galladay stack or Herbert, Keenan Allen stack?
Stafford, Galladay, Hawk stack. But I'm going to put it all on the table and let you know I have a Herbert stack going for me this week. So I hope they both win.
There you go. Good for you. My starting receivers are Boyd and Godwin. The others were just flex up. Oh. My starting receivers are Boyd and Godwin. So that whole thing over there. Wow. All right. Let me scroll back here. So
you're not going to lose. It doesn't matter who you start.
So it's Josh Jacobs or Robert Woods or Deebo Samuel or Henry Ruggs or Traquan Smith.
Okay, so to me, this comes down to Josh Jacobs versus Traquan Smith. And I'm going to go Josh Jacobs.
There you go. Jacobs, we're still on Jacobs there. But thank you very much, Home Cesar, for specifying that. Ooh, is the pie bet coming back?
Never.
Jen's afraid of the pie bet.
I don't want any more pie. I was breathing Ready Whip for like 14 months.
Right? It was brutal.
It hasn't even been 14 months.
Somebody give me another gag. Give me another gag. I haven't been able to really brainstorm for it. Justin Herbert or Teddy Bridgewater?
Herbert.
Herbert it is. All right. Over to our friends at the YouTube, who we have sadly been ignoring this entire time. So let's get
I need to take a pause for a very important announcement.
Please.
There's someone in my life who you may or may not know. You probably do. His birthday is today. His name is Rick Piacenti. He is my father. Dad, if you're listening on the golf course, but you told me you were, this is your official live stream shout out. Happy birthday. You will be getting a surprise in the mail from Fantasy Alarm. So expect that. And a couple things from me as well. So if you didn't get them already, happy birthday. Shoot a hole in one.
Happy birthday, Pizza Man. What's up? He thought that Jerry and I were dogging him on some trade talk or something like that. That wasn't the case. Yeah. Don't be that guy, Rick. Don't be that guy. Come on. You know, you and me, we're we're right there. So happy birthday, Rick Piacenti. Love it. Love it. Unbelievable. Crazy. What did he hit? 40 finally? Jeez.
He's 52. And I just want to say, Dad, I'm giving you fair warning. Turnabout is fair play.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Stay tuned.
Oh, shoot.
Stay tuned, everyone. Stay tuned.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Birthday.
Are we tweeting out pictures of Rick Piacenti at the age of 4? Oh, yeah.
And you did not think I had them, and you probably wonder how I got them, but I'm resourceful.
Oh, there you go. All right, here we go. Let's rapid fire through some YouTube here in honor of Rick Piacenti's 52nd birthday. 52nd, come on. Means he had you when he was 9.
Oh. Don't make
All right, I'm starting Boyd and A.J. Brown in the wide receiver slot, McLaurin in my flex. Would you start DJ Moore or Allen Robinson over any of them?
No.
Nope. I mean, yeah, with Jalen Ramsey on Allen Robinson, that would have been the only question there, but no. Tom Brady or Cam Newton?
Tom Brady.
If Aaron Jones doesn't play, would you shift to A.J. Dillon, Hardman, or Landry? Well, he's not playing.
A.J. Dillon.
A.J. Dillon. Would it be crazy to stay David Johnson over Josh Jacobs?
No, I don't think that would be crazy. I would be okay with David Johnson over Josh Jacobs. He's a starting running back for a team that gets most of the touches. I mean, he has really the 6 most touches of all running backs so far this year. So for whatever reason, they use David Johnson, and it is a bad run defense for Green Bay. So no, there's nothing wrong with that.
All right, there you go. There you have it. Need 3, Galladay, Fuller, McLaurin, OBJ, and Chark.
Galladay, Fuller, McLaurin for me.
Galladay, McLaurin, and Fuller as well. Yep. Fuller's going to see a lot of Jair Alexander, but I still think he can bust out on that.
Agree.
All right, Ann Dunn's got some either-ors for us. Here we go.
Boy.
Good morning, Ann.
Boy.
Ready? Here we go. Gronk or Cook? Jared Cook.
Cook.
Singletary or Landry?
Singletary.
James White or Lat Murray?
Lat Murray.
Mike Williams or Gronk? With a tight end premium. Yeah, Mike Williams for me too. Agreed. Half point PPR need a flex. McKinnon, Lev Bell, Cooper Kupp, or the Drake?
Kupp.
Okay. Need 2. Gronk, Dylan, Edmonds.
Gronk and Dylan.
I'm going Dylan and Edmonds.
Yeah.
I just feel like Arizona's going to need to pass a little bit, and I'll just go with that. Screw you, Gronk, jerk.
And good luck.
You're old news, man. Antonio Brown's the new guy.
He's the new toy.
All right, 1 point PPR. Need a running back and a flex between Drake, Brandon Cooks, and Gio Bernard.
Drake, Brandon. Okay, you need Brandon Cooks.
Yep.
Cooks and Bernard.
Cooks and Bernard for me, too. Pick one. Full point PPR. Mike Williams, Juju, or Lindsey. Oh, we answered that already on the other channel.
Yeah, I think we've got
doubling up. We're still on Mike Williams. Hurst or Hawkinson?
Hawk.
Agreed. Would you put Jamal Williams in over David Johnson?
I would.
There you go. Higgins, Debo, or Jamal Williams?
Jamal Williams.
Cobb or Gallup?
Gallup.
Cobb. Come on, revenge game narrative for Randall Cobb. Going up against Green Bay.
I don't think he has to revenge. I don't think he's mad about Green Bay. Hasn't you read all the articles? He has fond memories of Green Bay and how they helped him. This is what he says.
Dude, you're too old to play here now, so beat it.
And then he went and showed him what for in Dallas, and then Dallas got rid of him. But they got CeeDee Lamb. So anyway.
Jared Cook or Eric Ebron?
Jared Cook. But I do like Ebron this week.
Okay. Need 2 out of 3. David Johnson, Justin Jackson, Chase Claypool.
Justin Jackson and Chase Claypool.
Justin Jackson.
I don't know. Hold on. No, David Johnson and Justin Jackson.
David Johnson and Justin Jackson. I'm going to say David Johnson and Chase Claypool.
Great. Sorry, we didn't help you at all.
John and Pemba wanted me to remind you that Randall Cobb is the Impemba special in the dartboard. And if anybody's been following the Impemba specials, they've been hitting.
Well, I played Randall Cobb last week, and it was definitely money for me.
There you go. There you go. Sorry. Somebody wants to know if Robert Tonyan is good to go. I'm looking for some. These are practice reports. Where are my inactives? NFL reports, weekly inactives. Scroll down to Green Bay real quick, and I don't see him on this list. Nope. Aaron Jones, Jordan Love. Nope. So it looks like Robert Tonyan is good to go this week.
Okay,
good.
Crunch.
Any worries with Keenan Allen and his back? No, not for me. He's had 2 weeks off already. Have Galladay and Allen, but would you start Robbie Anderson or Cooks over either?
No.
Not for me either.
No. I like all those guys, but no.
We're getting some Canadian love from Graham Edwards.
Hey, Graham. How are ya?
A?
Send us some maple syrup.
So sorry. Need one. Pick one PPR, full point PPR. Odell Beckham, Deontay Johnson, James White, David Montgomery.
I think you have to go OBJ here.
I would agree. PPR. Already have Keenan Allen starting. Mike Williams, Deontay Johnson, Jamal Williams.
Jamal Williams.
Agreed. Tight end premium, they get 1.5 points. Need one tight end and one flex between Fant, Jared Cook, Randall Cobb, and Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Fant? Who?
Jared Cook, Randall Cobb, or MVS?
I'm going Cook.
She says go with the 2 tight ends there, Ann. 2 tight ends. Full point PPR, need to start 2. Brandon Cooks, Cooper Kupp, Deontay Johnson.
Oh, man. I would go Cooks and Kupp. Even though I love Deontay Johnson, it's just a little bit more of a gamble. And I think Cooks and Kupp are locks.
Yeah. You got Buster Screen covering Cooper Kupp on Monday night.
Right.
Buster Screen sucks at football.
Right.
And Brandon Cooks in a very good spot here against Green Bay.
Especially with Jair Alexander on Will Fuller. So exactly. I really like Cooks this week.
Exactly. I agree. T. Higgins or OBJ? PPR.
OBJ.
Half point PPR, have Jacobs in my flex. Is White or Swift a better start?
Not for me. If I were going to pick one, I would pick Swift over White. But I would still hang with Josh Jacobs. That's how I would play it. It is not a bad question. Howard, what would you do?
I would defer to Jen Piacenti and see what she's doing.
Ooh. Okay, Jacobs.
I mean, listen, I get what you're saying about Jacobs. I do. I definitely get what you're saying about it. And Swift again. It's a question of will the Lions be passing heavy? Will they be utilizing Adrian Peterson? Yes, Swift might have a bigger role than he's had in the past, but does that translate to making that happen? Jacobs is the sole running back,
and he's rested.
Yeah. So there it is. CeeDee Lamb, Damian Harris, or Robert Tonyan?
CeeDee Lamb.
Hawkinson or Hunter Henry? I'm going tough. Hunter Henry.
I'm going Henry too.
Right? I mean, Hawkinson's great, and he's in a great matchup, but like Hawkinson doesn't get any yardage at all. He doesn't see a lot of targets. He doesn't rack up any yards. At least Hunter Henry does. Right? If Hawk doesn't get into the end zone, then what does he do for you? 2 catches, 23 yards. Aaron Jones is not active, so this question is moot. Allen Robinson, 4. I don't understand what that is. He needs 3 of them here. It says Robinson, 4, McKinnon, Harris, Hunt, Lindsey. Ponch, are you day drinking again, Ponch? I think Ponch is day drinking. He's having the micheladas or something like that over there on the south side of Chicago. It's my boy. I love Ponch. I love him.
I love Ponch too. He's one of my absolute favorites.
Kareem Hunt is a definite start. I will start Robinson. I will start McKinnon. So those are 3 right there. So I don't know who that other one is. Oh, probably Fournette. That's probably what.
No, don't start Fournette. That's.
Yeah. Need half point PPR. Need a flex. Boyd, Cup, Drake, Moss, Edmonds.
Cup.
I'm going Boyd.
Okay. You think he'll get more catches?
Yeah, I feel like Cincinnati's got to start throwing on Cleveland.
I like
tough run defense.
I agree, and I would say that of the Cleveland receivers, Boyd is my guy this week. And they're all very good. T. Higgins is good. AJ Green is good, but Boyd is the one that I like the best of the 3. But I also really like Cooper Kupp this week. So
I got you. Understandable.
So either one of those guys, Boyd or Kupp.
So Boyd or Kupp. Jen says Kupp. Howard says Boyd.
Love them
Either
both.
guy's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Flex spot, full point PPR, DJ Chark, Gio Bernard, Cam Akers.
I think you go Gio Bernard here.
Okie dokie. Gonna get that work. Need 2, Landry, Traquan Smith, or Tim Patrick.
Tim Patrick and Traquan Smith. Landry's got a bit of a rib thing. And and Baker Mayfield, I don't need to go on anymore about Baker Mayfield. So that's all there is.
Teddy Bridgewater or Derek Carr?
Teddy Bridgewater.
Half point PPR. I've got Ridley and Metcalf in already. AJ Brown in the flex. Would you start Godwin, Anderson, or Woods over any of them?
I would not.
Me neither. Bridgewater or Herbert?
Herbert. But I do like Bridgewater, but Herbert more.
Tonyan or Fells?
Fells.
Rodgers or Herbert?
Rodgers.
Yeah, I'm going Rodgers in this one here. I think he needs a big bounce back game.
He seriously does. And you know what? Houston will be happy to oblige him.
Exactly. Let's see. Kirk, Gallup, Josh Kelly, or A.J. Dillon in the flex. Need 1.
Kirk.
Half point PPR, Jonnu Smith or Hunter Henry?
Henry.
Jamal Williams or David Montgomery?
Williams.
Yes. Chark or McKissick? PPR.
It's
Chark for me. I got to go Chark.
Chark. I do like McKissick this week versus the Dallas defense. And McKissick has been getting the targets. I know he's boring, but you're getting a pretty solid floor with McKissick these days.
Yep. My boy Gary Olszewski's watching right now. He's headed up in the standings. He's in 4th from 12th.
Nice. That's the way to play. That's a gamer.
Gary was freaking out. He was freaking out. 0-3, 0-4. He was just bonkers. And look what's going on now. All of a sudden, boop, boop, boop. Graham Edwards, our Canadian friend, says a quick follow-up here. Josh Jacobs or Tyler Lockett in PPR?
In PPR, Tyler Lockett.
I got to go Lockett here for sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, my boy Adam Stuber. What's up, Adam? Needs 1 half-point PPR. Ooh, this is going to be a tough one here. It's going to come down to Cooper Kupp, Devin Singletary, Brandon Cooks, or the Drake?
Kupp.
Cook's a close second for me.
Cook's a very close second.
Very close.
Very close.
This could be one of those games where Brandon Cooks goes bonkers.
Bonkers. Pick 2 here. OBJ, Brandon Cooks, or Deontay Johnson in a PPR?
I'm going OBJ and Cooks.
Mm-hmm.
I love Deontay Johnson, but I just feel like what you're going to, more of what you're going to get with the other two.
Cooper Kupp or Amari Cooper?
Cooper Kupp.
Ooh, I'm sorry. We didn't hear you, Jen.
Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp.
Trying to help you guys win. I want to make it clear that I will never give you a pick because I'm a fan of a certain team unless I really think they're better in that situation. That is the truth.
For those of you in DFS who are thinking of sneaky David Njoku play, apparently Harrison Bryant is starting over him in Cleveland. Just so you know.
What happens when you request a trade?
Full point PPR. Yes, exactly, right? Singletary or Henderson?
Henderson. I like Singletary this week, though, more than I have.
Well, because it's the Jets.
Exactly.
The Jets suck. Noah Fant or Jonnu? Oh, for the rest of the year.
Oh, for the rest of the year, Jonnu.
Pick 2 here. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Antonio Gibson, Jamal Williams.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Jamal Williams.
Yes. Oop. Now I just lost my spot. Where is my... Oh, there it is. Henry Ruggs or Corey Davis?
I'm going to go Corey Davis. I'm sorry.
Robert Tonyan or Noah Fant?
Fant.
McKinnon or Bernard?
McKinnon.
Traquan Smith or you got the Beazles?
Traquan Smith.
Yes. When do we give up and drop Akers?
Not yet. Actually, now is the time I'm actually going to get Akers. We saw Darrell Henderson have a little bit of a hamstring thing, but more importantly, Sean McVay thinks he's Mr. Tricky, and I bet you, I'm half expecting this to be an Akers game because he thinks he's so clever. He told everybody he was going to give Akers more touches last week. Ha ha, joke's on you. He's going to do it this week. So I've got Cam Akers on my bench, and I'm keeping him.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting, but that's what we're talking about. We're talking about Sean McVay.
Yeah. T. Higgins or Traquan Smith?
Traquan Smith.
McKinnon or Jamal Williams?
Jamal Williams.
Hayden Hurst, Robert Tonyan, or Dalton Schultz? PPR.
I'm going to go Dalton Schultz.
Need 2. Terry McLaurin, Tyreek Hill, A.J. Brown.
Yes. Okay. Tyreek Hill and Terry McLaurin.
Agreed. Up, Ponch wishing a happy birthday to Rick Piacenti. Happy birthday, Pizza Rick.
Hope
Loves the pizza stone and stove and the apron.
And the pants.
Up. Oh, Mike Mahoney's birthday was Monday. Why didn't he get a shout out?
Hey, Mike Mahoney, I didn't know. I'm sorry. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, October. It's my birthday too. Happy birthday to you. That covers everybody.
Love it. Love it. Love it. 1 point PPR. Need 2 out of these 3. David Johnson, Justin Jackson, or Chase Claypool. I feel like we've answered this already. I say DJ and Claypool.
And I said David Johnson and Justin Jackson. And we didn't help you at all.
We did. We said you definitely have to start David Johnson.
David Johnson. That's right.
If you side with Jen's call on Justin Jackson or mine on Chase Claypool, that's your decision, Steve. Yeah. But that's where we're at. Harrison Bryant and Kamara, or Gio Bernard and Travis Kelce on DK.
Gio Bernard and Travis Kelce.
Yeah, probably. I almost threw up here. Start AJ over DeFore.
AJ
assuming
Brown,
that's Fournette.
Which color of AJ? I mean, AJ Green?
No, it's got to be AJ Dillon. It's got to be AJ Dillon, Fournette, Damian Harris, or Philip Lindsay.
AJ Dillon. Damian Harris, I think, is the play here.
Ooh, there you go.
I think.
There you go. Probably. I mean, he's, James White is there, but I mean, kind of gets a little banged up easily.
Yeah.
It's a tough call.
Yeah, it is.
Tough call. I mean, listen, AJ Dillon's in a great spot, and he is going to get the work. So, you can take that shot with AJ Dillon just because it is such a smash spot.
Upside.
But Damian Harris is probably going to see more touches. But AJ Dillon will probably get that goal line work.
Right.
Need 1 a full point PPR. Mike Williams, we've answered this question 17 times. Stop asking the same question. Oh, but he does say have a great day. So thanks, Ray.
Oh, thanks, Ray.
Higgins or Henderson? Flex, PPR.
Henderson.
Gio or McKissick?
McKissick. No. Gio. I'm sorry.
Gio. Full point PPR. Need a flex. Jacobs, James White, Swift, Robbie Anderson, Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks.
Jonnu or Tanyan? We keep saying Jonnu. David Montgomery, DeAndre Swift, Gio Bernard, or the Drake? Only 1 in a PPR.
David Montgomery.
Really? I'm going to go Swift here.
Okay.
Montgomery's pissing me off.
I hate Montgomery. You know how I feel about Montgomery. I don't like Montgomery.
Oh, this question, I might have to take a timeout here.
Uh-oh.
Mike DaCosta wants to know Joshua Kelly or Marvin Jones. Why can't you have both? Why can't we have nice things?
Because neither of them are nice.
I'm going to say Joshua Kelly here.
I'm going to say Joshua Kelly as well.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Half point PPR, Cooper Kupp or Will Fuller?
Cooper Kupp. Barely.
Ronald Jones or Will Fuller?
Ronald Jones. Barely again.
Need 2 running backs and a flex. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Gio, Melvin Gordon, David Johnson, Darrell Henderson, Jarvis Landry.
Gio Johnson Henderson.
There you go. Non-PPR, Gallup, Deontay Johnson, or LaMichael Pirine?
Deontay Johnson.
Agreed. Would you pick up and stash Des Bryant?
No, I would not. No. Uh-oh. We broke him.
Verbalize it. Need 2 in a PPR. Landry, Judy, Traquan Smith, or Randall Cobb?
Judy and Traquan Smith.
Ooh, I'm going Traquan Smith and Randall Cobb. I'm going to go with the Impemba special today.
All right, I like Randall Cobb, y'all, but I'm afraid you're going to get like 65 yards, and it's going to be a little bit disappointing.
That is true. That is true.
Because we got a bad run defense they can run on. We got Brandon Cooks. We got Will Fuller. And we got Darren Fells. So I'm not really sure why we're so high on Randall Cobb. But okay, I trust y'all.
Now I'm hearing something about possible rain in Washington. Let's take a look.
Oh, excellent. Zeke.
What a terrible
Zeke,
thing to
hold
say.
on to the ball, man.
Guys, if you want the inactives, they're over at fantasyalarm.com right now. You go to fantasyalarm.com/NFL/inactives. Let me run through this. Jen, you look up the weather while I go through the inactives. Oh, 80% chance of rain in Landover, Maryland. So there you have it, sports fans. Let's see. John Brown is inactive for Buffalo. So is Josh Norman. Jamison Crowder officially inactive for the Jets. Pay attention to that one, guys. You're going to have to get him out of your lineups. Mike Hilton is the only concern in Pittsburgh. Tennessee, nobody there. Green Bay, Aaron Jones, like I said. Houston, Kiki Kute and Jordan Akins, both inactive. Austin Hooper is inactive for Cleveland. Joe Mixon officially inactive for Cincinnati. Panthers, nobody major. Saints, Michael Thomas officially inactive. Detroit, Desmond Trufant is officially inactive. For the Falcons, Quadre Olison, that's the only name that you need to worry about. Dallas, Zach Martin inactive. That offensive line is trash. For the Washington Footballs, Dwayne Haskins inactive. And there you have it, guys. Those are the inactives. And listen, if we did not get to your questions here, we apologize. There are a lot of questions. We love you all. But do yourselves a favor. Go over to fantasyalarm.com/chat and get all your questions answered over there by the Fantasy Alarm team. Jen, any final thoughts here before we scoot on out?
No, you guys be sure you go make sure you have the best value in your lineups if you're playing DFS, because there's been a lot of last minute changes and a lot of juicy things to play. Be sure you don't still have Aaron Jones in your lineup, etc. Even a Dawson Knox. Just check it, double check, triple check everything, have fun. Should be a fun week.
Should be a fun week. Wishing you all nothing but the best of luck. Crush it, FA Nation. We love you. Good luck. I'm Howard Bender. For Matt Sells, our producer, and Jen Piacenti, we'll catch you next time.